back your homes, or restore your dead to life.
But perhaps I can give you justice in the name of our king.
Hey everyone, sorry for the late upload. I will be doing 2 videos today to make up for it. Anyways, scrolling through the comments, I realized many people wanted updates on the Winds of Winter book release date and what to expect. So as I tried to dig into any leaks or obscure information about the best estimate for the 6th novel in the Song of Ice and Fire series, I came to a realization. This is no easy task. But as 2016 moved along, I have started to come to a few conclusions. Let's start from the beginning. So before we fell in love with the HBO show Game of Thrones, a man from New Mexico wrote some fantasy novels. It started more than 20 years ago, and George R.R. Martin has written thousands of pages of literature since then. Anyways, he came out with his last addition to A Song of Ice and Fire in 2011 with the novel A Dance with Dragons. So it's been almost 6 years since he published his last novel in the series. In the show, we have actually gone 1 full season ahead of the books. Now, a few events in the books that haven't taken place in the show can still pop up in the future. Just a reminder that the show and the books are completely different things, as stated by Martin, and many fans tend to love one but hate the other. I like to see the adaptation on screen as well as reading it because it brings in the visual representation that I feel I need to really submerge myself in the world sometimes. But this isn't to say Martin has no input in the show. He is actually a producer, so he definitely helps guide things along. So the big question is, will we get the new book before Season 7? We used to ask if we would get it before Season 6, but that has obviously not happened. You would think that isn't much to ask, especially since Season 7 is officially delayed due to the change in seasons needed to film. As we begin approaching the last few months of 2016, the release date is still unknown. 7 months ago, we learned that Season 6 would start before the new book, so confirming that readers wouldn't have much of an idea where the story would go for the first time. Now that Season 6 has aired and packed up what seemed like so quickly, we may have to wait until next year for the complementing novel. At the annual San Diego Comic-Con, Game of Thrones usually has a panel with the showrunners and parts of the cast to discuss news, updates, and questions regarding the previous season, and some fans even ask about spoilers ahead in the future, which obviously get rejected with pretty much no answer. So many of us were expecting to hear an official release date for the Winds of Winter at Comic-Con, but we got nothing. George R.R. Martin wasn't even there, and that's actually a good thing because he has stated that he must stay away from as many conventions and other events as possible so that he can deliver his next book in a timely manner. With that being said, Martin still goes to events every month or so. Personally, I would too. Writing every day for hours seems like it could be pretty exhausting. But even if he hits his maximum daily word count without breaks or vacations, it would still be very difficult to release his novel on time. We know he isn't writing to just fill up the pages either. I'm sure he ponders deeply about every word he writes into the story, especially with all the underlying theories and secrets that he embeds into the text for readers to attempt to uncover. In conclusion, I wanted to talk about this for a few minutes just to share my thoughts as well as update anyone who may not know of any news on the book. Additionally, there are a few chapters that have been released already that you can view today. The released chapters include Theon Greyjoy, Aerion Martell, Victarion Greyjoy, Sir Barristan, Tyrion, Mercy, which is an Arya chapter, and Elaine, which is about Sansa. I will not spoil any of it, but look in the description for a link to take you where you can view each chapter. Read these and find satisfaction in knowing that George R.R. Martin is working hard in finishing his latest novel for A Song of Ice and Fire. He may not be writing as fast as we had hoped, but great novels take time. Most recently, he responded to a fan on his blog asking if he will have any special announcements at the Mid-Americon in August, which Martin will be attending. Martin responded by saying, "Oh, please stop with that nonsense." So anyways, let me know when you think the book will be published, and if you have already read the released chapters, tell me what you hope to see transferred into the show. Be sure to leave spoiler tags in the comments for anyone who hasn't read, and lastly, please leave a like if this was at all interesting for you. Thanks for watching, have a great day, and I will see you tonight.